Hi guys, this is the end of this, almost end of the season, and I've been asked by Mr. Zain Ali, the channel owner. I say that like he's my boss, channel owner and friend, um, to take this one a bit slower. Do this episode essentially take with this episode and deal with it within sorry, I'm not talking making sense, just essentially doing one episode per day for this particular one, because it's important, and it's always good to have that insight, just because you don't just like plow through it and then end up not even registering what's going on. Obviously I'm paying attention to everything. So, something important that I wanted to tell you guys is that at the end of episode 10 and at the beginning of season 4, we're going to be doing a two-part. It's actually going to be attached to those videos. So, we're going to be doing a two-part in-depth discussion slash review of Game of Thrones so far. So Zane is the one who knows about this series and has watched it and is up to date. I'm very familiar with all the characters and the plot. So obviously it's going to be about my views, and it's going to be in depth. We're going to take almost every character, obviously the main ones, because that's who tend to matter the most and who have the most interesting storylines. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. So what I'm suggesting, what we would like is within this video, if you guys submit questions, whether you want to know what I think about any particular thing or particular character, or what do I think about all the nudity and sex in the show, or what do I think of the drama element to the show, or the fantasy element, and just really anything, to be honest, regarding the show. Who do I like? Who do I dislike? What are my predictions? What are my thoughts? Am I liking it? Do I hate it? Am I going to stop watching it? Any questions that come to mind, put it in the comment section of this video, and we'll take those and answer them essentially in at the end of at the end of episode 10 of this season, and we'll, depending on how many questions and how we want to do the structure of the question and answer session, we'll split it into two parts. Essentially, you'll be getting in-depth review of Game of Thrones in two parts, which is great. So there's that, and the next thing is to ask you guys whether you would like us to do what do you think of us doing a live stream in so we're not really sure if it's going to be at the end of season 4 or in season 5, because as we go on we're getting more comments and more subscribers, which is obviously something we want and love. So if you guys think we should do a YouTube live stream, what we'll do actually, so that we're not just waiting for questions, we'll have question and answer. We'll have our own structure to the stream. We'll have popular topics, and I'll be grilled about who I like and who I don't like and things like that in that stream. This is at the end of season 4 or 5. It's essentially, if you guys want it. If you don't, then we might not do it, or we might do it, but we kind of want to engage with the people where the people the people who are viewing our videos. And yeah, so part of that is you guys asking questions, submitting questions in the comment section. We don't have thousands of thousands of subscribers like a lot of popular subscribers do. So all your questions will be answered, whether we've answered them 1,000 times before or I've repeated myself regarding who I like and don't like. It's fine. It will. Pertaining to the live stream, that is going to be an interesting thing because you guys can get a chance to submit a question. You'll be watching. If you don't like the answer, you ask a different question to make sure you're getting what you want out of it. And so this is it. So I'm going to be watching episode 9. Oop, wrong folder. Episode 9. Nope, that's the wrong folder again. Episode 9 of season 3. Make sure I don't click on the wrong one. There we go. Predictions. The show is really hard to predict for because there's just so many people dying left, right, and center. I mean, the strongest feelings I have about any particular character is Tyrion and Joffrey, because they're opposite ends of the coin, and one of them I would love to put it lightly, slap, and the one I would probably want to share a drink with. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's get it started.
You think I can't hear you everything about that?
You should ask them.
Will you fight?
Already predicting something. That guy is either gonna die very soon, or they're gonna have a thing together romantically, and then sooner rather than later he's gonna die. Just putting that out there.
For me?
The second sons are yours, and so is Dario.
Yeah. So after I watched this particular scene, which I believe was in the last episode, it didn't quite register what actually happened, because it was obviously everyone's belief that up until this point that they could only be killed by fire, but Sam has that sharp thing. I can't remember the proper name for it. That can clearly instantly kill them. So that should be very interesting how that plays out in this war. Hopefully pretty well. If you want to side with the humans, I suppose, considering things can change.
Show them how it feels to lose what they love.
Daughter Derwa, my daughter Waldra. My eldest granddaughters Janea and Naila. Sarah and Sarah, granddaughters, twins. You could have had either. Could have had both for all I care. My granddaughter Marianne.
With you. Any man would be lucky to have any one of you. I did what I did not to slight you, but because I loved another.
Well, I've enough room in the hall for you lot. We'll set up tents outside with food and ale for the rest of your men.
Thank you, my lord.
But not you. I have no interest in slaves. A man cannot make love to property. This is where we enter the city. Very few guards. They know me. They let me inside.
You're not gonna. Yes.
You're like a wizard.
Yeah.
No one's going to believe you're a hog farmer if you eat them all.
Best part of the animal.
World went up in flames. You look like a scared little girl. And I know why too.
Oh.
Closest you've been to family since Ill and Payne snipped your daddy's neck.
Someday, I'm gonna put a sword through your eye and out the back of your skull.
Okay, Arya, okay.
Hold on!
Okay, because obviously he hinted at that ability before, but this is kind of the first actual practical example of Bran's ability, and it's pretty good. Yeah, I wonder if he has. I wonder how good that is actually. Whether he could get someone to kill themselves, considering he's fell out of it. He probably doesn't have full control over it. He's probably going to be pretty confused once he wakes back up from that little thing. But great, finally, Bran has done something interesting other than falling from a tower. See how it goes.
What did you do?
Kill him!
He's one of them!
Okay, first I just have to add, I'm happy that this little undercover thing ended. It was really boring, so finally Jon Snow's damn story can move forward other than this boring undercover nonsense.
Do you hear me?
You were right the whole time.